All right, back here for sideboarding. Making some pretty simplistic changes. Taking out Valorous Stance because Ross's deck is mostly about swarming with little creatures. Even though Stance can kill like a Sylvan Advocate or a Drana if they've been pumped, that's a little too corner case for the card to be really effective in the matchup. Gideon is also another thing that's pretty easy to swarm around just by turn 4 if you make like a 2/2 Knight and you have one other creature in play. Ross is probably able to throw away a creature or two to get around it and start pressuring Gideon. Also, we are interested in boarding in these planar outbursts, and I don't want just an overload of expensive cards in my deck. Further, these Den Protectors kind of help it with this, like go longer and try to kill off the board with planar outburst strategy. So, pretty simple sideboarding on my part.
Yeah, nothing too complicated from my side either. I am bringing in 3 Duress and 2 Eyeblight Massacre, which are both cards that can break up the token synergies from the Bant deck and make you sort of fight fair creature v creature, where my small elves can frequently win. I am taking out Murderous Cut because you don't really have a lot of individual threats that a single point removal spell is good against. And I'm taking out some Thornbow Archers, even though I'm hesitant to do so.
Are you?
I really want to kill you with Thornbow Archer.
Okay. Well, there's still one.
Yeah. Well, why do you think it's there?
Just hope you draw it.
It's going to get you.
Okay.
It's coming for you. You're going to throw them bows. But it's just the weakest creature in the deck. You don't want to cut too many creatures again because you reduce the effectiveness of your collected companies. So I'm going to be down to 24 in the post-board games, which is about the minimum of where you want to be. But this is the least effective creature in the deck. So
would you even consider collected company into Thornbow Archer an effective collective company?
if it gets another creature, yeah.
Okay.
Any body worthwhile. Elvish
anything.
Visionary Thornbow Archer, perfect.
I mean, Elvish Visionary is great.
Attack you for 3. Draw a card.
All right, we'll get back
Why
to the
would you want to do
games.
that?
We'll get to the games in a second. All right, back here for game 3. I'm on the play. Hand's great. Got a way to negate Ross's elf trigger, so we're good to go.
My hand is also great. I just have a good mix of stuff. So bring it.
Go.
Jeez, doesn't even have a 1-mana spell.
I don't
What
have
a
a one
rube.
I don't have a 1-man spell in my deck.
You have Oath of Nissa. I have 4 of them.
It doesn't count.
A literal 1-mana spell. Doesn't even know what cards are in his deck.
Doesn't count.
Gnarl Root Trapper. A real 1-mana spell. It's a creature.
19.
The Black Mox Emerald.
What? Go.
Perfect.
Are you
Now.
gonna attack?
The question for me becomes, do I want to cast these 2 or this one?
Wow. Double spelling on turn 2.
And
Surely you're going to deploy some powerful stuff.
again, given that I'm likely to get Reflector Maged, that actually kind of makes me want to play this. Just punish him. But he'll
Just always thinks I have Reflector Mage.
You always do.
You're just
Every single person that has
Scared-
Reflector Mage
scared.
in their deck always has Reflector Mage.
just scared to death.
And if you don't have Reflector Mage, you're just dead. The game's over. So we already know we're going to be able to cast this on time. This is actually an interesting decision. This card is not going to be able to effectively attack next turn unless Michael's line of play is very strange. I see. If he plays Nissa, make a plant, then this card can effectively attack next turn. Although I guess it attacks just fine. I guess I do want to take out a Nissa from his hand if he has one, but I'll go to 19 and I'll play Visionary.
Yep.
I think I like this double spell.
Gonna do rest me?
Indeed I am.
All right.
Michael.
I have a Sylvan Advocate, a rock, and some lands.
Doesn't even have Reflector Mage. Jeez.
I told you.
I told you. What a rube.
I don't know what that
Go.
means.
Doesn't know what rube means.
What does it mean? Go.
Only rubes don't know what the word rube means.
Sure.
Okay. Now. Ooh. That's fancy. I'm going to crack this fetch. Go to 18. I'm going to get a Cinder Glade. I'm going to play a Shaman of the Pack. It's going to trigger. You're going to
Wow.
go 17.
I'm gonna take 3 whole points of damage.
Then I'm going to attack with Elvish Visionary.
I'm at 16.
Oh, you fetched. You even remember to take the damage. Maybe you turn it over a new
I will
leaf.
block with a Hangerback Walker
Okay.
and activate it.
I will give my Visionary death touch.
I will get 2 Thopters.
Just don't want that Hangerback getting out of control. Michael doesn't have a lot going on in his hand, so he's likely to be leveling it a bunch.
I'm just happy to reduce the number of elf creatures in play.
You can go.
I will attack for 4.
I will take 4. Go to 14.
14. Play a morph creature. Your turn.
Morph creature.
Yes. Oh, goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Where
Okay.
are you, morph token?
That was a good draw. I am going to play a collected company.
Yep.
We have a lot of options. So many options.
I'm going to go on a whim and say that Ross has very few options.
So you'd be wrong. I, in fact, have 6 of them.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
6 options.
Is one of them a Thornbow Archer?
No, which I'm a little sad about.
How lucky.
So I could go with this option, which is the very aggressive one. That would bring Michael to 11. And then my attack is not great.
11? You have Dwinnen's Elite plus Shaman of the Pack? Wow.
I kind of like getting this card in play, even though it's probably going to... Problem is that Wingmate Rock coming down next turn. It's going to be hard for me to attack through that Wingmate Rock.
It's not necessarily coming down next turn.
Did you not reroll White Source when I addressed you? I just sort of assumed you could cast it.
You know Rock, nothing.
Okay. Well, if Rock doesn't come down next turn, I feel like I'm going to be in good shape. Is that if you don't have a White Source, you probably just Den Protector back the Windswept Heath this turn and start trying to do some cool stuff with that.
Like cast my spells?
Yeah, sure. Casting your spells is pretty cool.
I generally like it.
Oh, I think I just like this. I think this card is too important to find, and being able to get some damage in is important. So I'm going to choose Shaman and Drana and drain you for 3.
13.
Then I can attack with the Shaman. It's likely just to trade with Sylvan Advocate, but it's probably fine. Oh, yeah. You can go. This draw is not really getting in anytime soon.
That was a pretty good draw. That was a nice one. All right, so I do want to get my fetch land this turn so that I can guarantee casting Wingmate Rock on the following turn. So I can choose between casting one of these 2 spells. I think it's much safer just to go ahead and cast this on Drana. But then we have to choose how aggressive we want to be. I think Ross has 3 cards. We're at 13 life. I think we can choose to be fairly aggressive. So I'm going to activate Den Protector. Guess this is actually missequenced. I should probably just go ahead and Silk Wrap Drana and then attack first, but oh well. Get that out of here. And I will attack.
Okay, I'm going to take 5 and go to 9.
Go.
Okay, this...
Maybe we shouldn't be so aggressive just because of the threat of Shaman of the Pack, but we've already seen 2.
I will attack for 4.
Yep, 9-all. Can always slow down this turn if we need to.
You're at 8.
Yep. All right, so like worst case scenario, Ross collected companies into another Drana, which is capable of eating a Thopter token. My bad. Draw. Okay, that is interesting, but I don't think it makes us not want to cast Wingmate Rock. because Wingmate Rock is so powerful and we can go ahead and get Ross to 6 life just by connecting with our Den Protector, I think that's the attack we're going to make. So we're going to declare combat and see if anything happens.
Sure.
All right, we're going to attack with just Den Protector.
And before blocks, I'll play Collected Company.
Yep. So if Ross hits Drana, he can't actually block the Den Protector. If he hits like a Shaman,
Yeah,
then...
I'm going to shuffle in response to this Collected Company.
I think this is just a little safer. I see. So you're going to take 3 damage then?
Yep.
Okay. Trigger Raid, your turn.
Oh. Now I don't think I can win. And there's another land.
Yep. Your Sylvan Advocate's online now.